Hello everyone and welcome back to our channel. Today I will be reviewing the books I read throughout November. The first book I read in November was The Saint, the Surfer, and the CEO by Robin Sharma. This is a self-help book where you are taken along with the main character, Jack, to visit, you guessed it, a saint, a surfer, and a CEO. This book teaches you what it deems the three most important things: how to live wisely, love well, and serve greatly. In all honesty, it was quite the life-changing little book, despite the fact that I knew a lot of the information it had to offer. This book is great for anyone who wants to get into the self-help scene, and it's also a great refresher. All in all, I give it a 4.5 out of 5 stars. The second book I read over the course of the last month was The Great Gatsby by F. Scott Fitzgerald. The Great Gatsby was my first classic, and I found it to be quite manageable. For those of you who don't know, The Great Gatsby is a novel about Gatsby, a man who is set on getting his first love back. The story also focuses on lavish displays of wealth and the illusion of the American dream. I found it quite beautiful despite putting me in a reading slump when I first attempted to read it a year prior. I mean, come on, listen to this. He smiled understandingly, much more than understandingly. It was one of those rare smiles with a quality of eternal reassurance in it that you may come across 4 or 5 times in a life. It faced, or seemed to face, the whole eternal world for an instant, and then concentrated on you with an irresistible prejudice in your favor. It understood you just as far as you wanted to be understood, believed in you as you would like to believe in yourself, and assured you that it had precisely the impression of you that, at your best, you hope to convey. It was a very, very enjoyable read, despite its long chapters, which I'm not very fond of. But I am definitely certain I will read this again in the future to catch on to more details. And for that, I give it a 4 out of 5 stars. The third and final book I read in the month of November was Call Me By Your Name by Andre Agsm. Call Me By Your Name is certainly controversial due to the sensitive nature of the age gap depicted in this story. It is a romance set in Italy in the 1980s between Elio, 17 years old, and Oliver, 24. Due to the uncomfortable age gap, I would definitely not recommend this book to anyone under the age of 18 because I would hate to have someone romanticize or idealize unhealthy and abusive dynamics in a relationship. Despite this book having a lot of really graphic scenes, which I'm not the biggest fan of, I genuinely found it to be one of the best literary works I've read recently. To give an example, withdrawal can be a terrible thing when it keeps us awake at night, and watching others forget us sooner than we'd want to be forgotten is no better. We rip out so much of ourselves to be cured of things faster than we should that we go bankrupt by the age of 30 and have less to offer each time we start with someone new. But to feel nothing so as not to feel anything, what a waste. I found this book particularly good at creating a beautiful scene and ambiance. It also is very wonderful at evoking certain emotions, and if you are of age, I truly recommend reading it, and I definitely plan on reading it again in the future and possibly even annotating it, and so I give it a 5 out of 5. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video, and feel free to discuss book recommendations in the comments below. I love you guys all so much, and goodbye!